Welcome to the Midweek message. We're looking at some verses from Proverbs chapter 25. I'm reading from the King James Version of the Bible, and we begin reading in verse 9 of Proverbs 25. Debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another, lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pictures of silver. As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover unto an obedient ear. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. And those are verses 9 through 13 of Proverbs chapter 25. And so let's walk them down individually. Proverbs 25:9. Debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not his secret to another. There are many biblical passages that indicate the wisdom of keeping confidentiality and disputes kind of on the low down, just between the individuals involved, and not bantering and talking about negative things or divulging secrets to people that don't need to know. And so the scripture says, if you've got an issue with your neighbor, go and talk to the neighbor, and the implication is not to spread it around. Discover not a secret to another. Don't let somebody else in on the problem or on the confidential matter. Now, why? Now, that's in verse 10. Lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. Many times the spreading of confidential information, misinformation, gossip, unconfirmed beliefs, many times that turns back on the person who initiates the conversation or the spread of the issue. Try to keep disputes between yourself and the other involved party. Learn to keep confidentiality, and don't let people in on secrets and issues that they don't need to know about. It's not good for us to just make conversation out of controversial things in general. Verse 11. Sort of as in contrast to the verses before. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver. Saying the right thing, how wonderful and beautiful that is. That stands in contrast to spreading rumors, unconfirmed but believed truths. I could not tell you how many times I have thought something was actually the case, only to find out later that it was not. And if I had told someone else or spread the issue around, how embarrassing. And the King James says your infamy doesn't turn away. Those things tend to hang on to folks. And people notice a person that spreads rumors is a gossip. But a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver. Verse 12, as an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover unto an obedient ear. Each of us needs in our lives someone that can speak truth in an appropriate and proper way, and we will listen. It's a foolish person that thinks they know everything, and we all need to be in consultation with someone at some time, and even if that involves reproof. And by the way, God bless those people that are able to say even harmful and normally hurtful things in such a nice way that people are able to listen and receive it and be bettered by it. So God bless the wise reprovers. Not just the reprovers, the wise reprovers. And God bless those with obedient ears. And verse 13. As the cold of snow in a time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him. for he refresheth the soul of his masters. We spoke a while ago about the word that's fitly spoken. And in this verse, we see the message that is aptly given. Those faithful messengers refresh the ears of their hearers and refresh the souls of those who entrust them with their messages.